get out of getting one more preseason game?
I feel good working through it. And then, opportunity to just get timing down, get into some battles, get, that type of game and everything. And happy to be able to get in one for sure. Go out, have a smart game, and get ready for the regular season.
With a week to go, can you build momentum off a final preseason game like this?
I think so. I think we can put ourselves a little cap on camp here and, for the most part, put everything together that we've been working on in the last couple of weeks. It's always fun to play in these games, get some energy going, get some games going, and, take that energy into, our final week of practice before we go to Pittsburgh. So, but like I said, just another opportunity to build on our game and put everything together.
I think it's a pretty NHL-heavy lineup for the Flyers tonight. Will it feel a little more like a regular season game than I guess a preseason game usually does, or is it still, trying to, find a rhythm like you normally would?
I think it's a combination of both. I think you're going to have more predictability with, a lineup like that on both sides, and guys are going to be in spots that you're used to a little bit, and you get into that flow of the game, and both teams are building up for the regular season, so I think sometimes that leads to a pretty smart game on both ends. Guys want to be in good spots and good spots going into the regular season as well.
What did you know about Heineman, playing a couple of times maybe against him last year? And what have you learned through training camp about how he's going to be able to help you with this?
Well, before he came here, I just recognized him as someone that was working really hard out there. He works, and he's got some skill, but he skates, and he's on pucks, and he's a very strong individual. And then within camp, I think the skill really, not surprising, but it just was like, wow, that's there. He can really rip the puck, and I think he's one of those guys that can play up and down the lineup and be effective in a lot of ways, and just a really good person to have in our room.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, through this point in preseason, I know you guys are fielding a million Schaefer questions. Just what's your assessment of how he's handled everything, and hype aside, what he can bring to the lineup if he's in there for the regular season?
Well, I think he's just been really consistent within the room and on the ice, and I think he's come in with a work ethic, and he's come in trying to learn and get better, and he's open to all of that. So in some ways, it's not surprising at all. I think the way that you guys have gotten to know him and the way that I've gotten to know him and the boys in the room, he's got a really good head on his shoulders, and he's much more mature 18-year-old than a lot of us have seen before. So I think, he's just continued to progress and carry things on, and in some ways, no surprise really, but he's living up to his own standard, and I think the one that, we all have in our eyes too.
I know every team, every season you're optimistic this time of the year, right? What is it about this group that kind of fuels that optimism for this group right now?
I think there's good energy around us right now. I think we feel it in the room. I think we've had a good camp. I think we're implementing things, and we've got some new guys that have come in with good energy and good, different types of their game is added to our lineup, and now we have an opportunity to go put it all together and have a great start to the season. So, but yeah, you're going to have those feelings because, it's the start of a new beginning, and guys are excited for it. We're ready to get going here, and it's a nice cap tonight to have one more game to get under our belts and flush out all the little things and whatnot, but they'll come again here shortly enough. We're just going to take it game by game and go after this thing, but it's an exciting time of the year for sure.
With Heineman, just how big of a weapon can his shot be, and how much has that stuck out to you, during camp?
I just keep saying it in line and practicing, like he doesn't miss. And so, you give him an opportunity to shoot the puck. He really does put it in the net. So find him, get him the puck, and he gets open and gets an opportunity. He's going to put some pucks into the net with that shot.
How impressive have you been with Duclair so far, coming back from the injury that he came back from?
Dookie looks good. He seems himself. He seems like he's got things under control. He feels good. He looks good, and I think his confidence is growing off of that. And so he's playing really good hockey these last couple weeks, and I think he's done a great job of going home and preparing for that and getting himself healthy and taking the time he needed to do that, which can be really hard in this profession, is not rushing things or not, wanting to be out there sooner than you should be and stuff like that. But he went home this summer and did a lot of work on himself, and I think he's come back a stronger player.
How old were you when you realized you could shoot the puck pretty decently there?
Probably, I don't know, pretty young. I felt like when I started to go up in flex a little bit, I started to get the hang of get the puck in the air a little bit. And after that, I just always love to shoot. I've been shooting a lot since I was a kid on the home rink, on the backyard, and during summers too. So just like to do it.
Do you feel at all that it's like somewhat of an overlooked skill that you have? Like, when you were traded here, the rep was like you're an energy guy. You play with a lot of speed and forecheck and all that, but everyone seems to be talking about your shot.
Yeah, for me, I'm just trying to have a complete game, trying to be useful all over the ice, and when the time comes, I would like to be able to put the puck in the net. So I think it's for me, I just want to be as helpful as possible, and plus I like to shoot. It's fun. So it's I'm trying to think of it too much. Just yeah.
How much flex do you have on your stick now?
85.
How long has it been there?
Since last year, I used 80 for a while, and during last year I changed it. Want a little bit more pop to it, so it helped.
Do you change anything being in the top six versus third or fourth line?
I try not to. Trying to stay me and use the strength I have, and not try to be someone else, and then trying to do too much or like stuff that pretty much is not me. So I'm just trying to be myself and use my strength and trying to help my team the best way I can. I feel like, yeah.
Now that you're in this room, you played against these guys last year, but now that you're in this room, has the perception of the talent level or the way this team played, has that changed at all for you? Or what's impressed you, I guess, about the group?
For me, most how caring the group is, like how easy it was for me to come here. The transition has been so smooth, and the guys have been unreal to me, and welcome me here has been really fun. I've been really excited to get here, and the guys surely help with that, and a great group of guys.
You know, you played against Holmstrom your whole life. What's it like to be teammates with him?
It's kind of fun. We talked about a memory a long time ago when we played, and he was like in a tournament we played against him, and we were like, all right, we have to try to stop this guy. So our coach put me on D, and I was just trying to be a shadow on him the whole game. When he was out, I was gonna be on him all game. So yeah, he did not score that game, but we lost. Still.
How old were you?
Oh my God, maybe 12, 11, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, something like that. And he was really skilled back then too.
I know you're a day-by-day kind of guy, but just how exciting is it for last preseason game to turn the calendar over to the regular season?
Yeah, obviously hockey's fun. This game's going to be fun tonight. I know, like you said, I like to take it day by day, focus on today's game. I mean, right now I'm just dialed in, but, after today's game, I'll worry about what's next. But today's going to be fun. I mean, hockey's fun, so can't wait to get out there. It's actually my first away game, so, feel what it's like playing in someone else's barn.
I know it's just a couple of weeks, but how different do you feel today from like day one of training camp?
100%. I think it's, you can tell a difference, from day one coming in, knowing the guys a bit, but not as well as I do now. Obviously, I think just from the start of development camp, obviously you feel so much different. Playing some preseason games and all that. So, like I said, definitely feel better in that sense. Obviously, learned a lot. And I think just from day one, I've learned so much and, become more confident.
How much, or what's kind of the biggest thing on the ice that's different or that you've kind of picked up, just over the last 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, I think just, guys are bigger, stronger, faster. I think that's kind of given. Also, I think guys really, they really know how to make plays, so you want to limit the mistakes in a way. Obviously, everyone makes mistakes, but obviously I think just, building from it, learning from it, and, limit those mistakes and just really be on your, toes and heels, just, watch every guy because, like I said, when guys are coming down on you, they know how to make plays. So as a defenseman, you got to be really locked down.
That kind of bigger, stronger, faster, of course coming in that's what it's going to be, but, was there a moment that stuck out to you where it was like, oh, this is, like, you can know it, but once you experience it, that's something different?
Yeah, obviously, I think you got to keep your head up too. When you guys are coming for you and trying to make big hits, obviously you got to know who's on the ice. You don't want to be going to the middle with your head down or anything crazy like that. So, yeah, I think just knowing who's on the ice, keeping your head up, things like that, making simple plays. But yeah, obviously there's going to be times where you get big hits in the corner as a defenseman going back for a puck and, trying to make plays, but also taking a big hit from, big guys. So I think just, keeping your head up at all times.
You talked about the impact Brière's had on you and your brother. How cool, in your first road game, how cool is it to play here with Brière here?
Yeah, it's awesome. Obviously, I got my game face on, so I'll talk to him maybe after the game. But, yeah, he's awesome. I got to know him over the years, but we're looking to, beat his team tonight. So
You're such a grounded person, right? But also being the number one pick, there's always a tremendous amount of hype that goes with that, right? How do you balance that, and what do you think that's going to be like when the regular season starts, just those expectations?
Honestly, I don't really think about that stuff. Obviously, I have high expectations for myself personally, so, I know what level I can be at, and I know how hard I can work. So, I don't really care what anyone says. The big thing is, I'm 18 years old, but, I don't really care. The age doesn't matter or anything. I just want to go out there, play my game, obviously have fun, but work together as a team. When I'm playing with such a talented, team, it's so easy and so fun to make plays with them. And I obviously want them to trust me, so much. So, you don't really think about that. You go out there, play the game, put your head down. But, like I said, obviously I have expectations for myself, and I know, when I'm at my best and, when my best is. So, I know my work ethic and all that, so I always try to get better each and every day.
This last preseason game, what do you want to see out of this lineup?
I want to see, we talk about execution, we talk about the detail of the game. So to be sure we're ready for game number one. Everything we've been practicing this week is to make sure we're ready. We did a lot of power play, a lot of PK. We work on our rush, we work on our regroup, our D-zone coverage. And we're going to continue to talk about this, and I'm sure we're going to continue to talk about it when the season's going to be started. But, I think we try to put in place everything that will make us ready for game number one.
What do you see different, or what have you seen different through preseason in both special teams units that you were looking for, maybe?
Yeah. To me, it's more in the practices that I see a change.
Yeah.
I could see it. So maybe it's going to take a little bit time to bring it into our game.
Yeah.
But in the games, I thought that we did a very good job on the penalty killing. I know we gave up a goal against, I think, the Rangers, but we had two very important kills towards the end of the third period, so allow us to stay in the game and then come back and win the game. So they were key moments. So that tells me that we're going into the right direction. Obviously, last game we didn't have any power plays, so we could not tell, But watching our practices, I feel like we're, and the way that Boogie and Ray are talking to the players really makes me confident that we're going to have a very good year.
What went into the decision just for Horvat, Palmieri, and D'Angelo not to play tonight, if that's still the plan?
Part of the schedule, you know. Palmsy played 3 games. Bo played 3 games. We thought that was part of our plan, and I like it. I mean, I know there's a lot of days before our next game, but I think these guys didn't felt like they needed to be there. They're ready for the season, and so I'm very comfortable with that.
You have Richie up in the lineup as opposed to last game. Just what do you want to see from Richie tonight?
Same thing. He's been playing really well for us. There's going to be important decisions for us to make, but I'm very happy with him. It's whatever decision we're going to make, he did what he had to do, make an impression and make our decision extremely difficult.
For Emil Heineman, you've had him in the top 6 a couple times. What do you like about him, higher up in the lineup?
Speed, compete, great shot, and I really feel like it's sometimes. I'm going way back. A lot of people probably don't remember all those guys, but Barry in Pittsburgh with Mario Lemieux and Kevin Stevens, or Esa Tikkanen with Gretzky and Curry. So I feel like sometimes it's not just about the skill, but it's bringing a different element to the line, more physicality, someone that will go get the puck, someone will crash the net, someone will go to the net. So I feel like it's exciting to see that mix.
Anders mentioned kind of how accurate his shot is, how often he's been hitting the net.
Talking about Heineman?
Yes. Like, how much has that in particular stuck out to you?
Well, I mean, that's the first thing I noticed. I mean, when he came in our practice, I said, whoa, wow. I mean, Metzer was talking a lot about his shot when we were talking about trade with Montreal, and I didn't know him very well. Quite honestly, we play only 3 times Montreal and didn't follow Montreal as much. But first thing I saw in camp, I said, well, okay, we got something there for sure. And I think Bo enjoyed playing with him. I mean, it's. I thought that line with Drouin and him, Bo and him brought something very interesting for us. But like I said, it's right now. We'll see how it goes along the way.
Ilya said, I think 2 games was the ideal number for him. I mean, when you were playing, did you want more preseason games? And
I was not as good shape as he was. I needed more games. I was always beating records for body fat when I come to camp. So I mean, I needed to maybe play more games than Ilya, but Ilya's in great shape, and that's what he wanted. And I mean, we'll see how it goes today. But I mean, regardless of that, I mean, I know he's ready to play.
For Anders, just he had that small sort of injury recently. What does he kind of need to get from tonight?
He didn't want to miss a game. That's what I love about him. But it's training camp, so we're not gonna push guys to play. We're gonna make sure everybody's 100% when they. Anders could play 60%, and he would still want to play. So that's the kind of warrior he is. But today he's ready to go, and like I said, it's about his timing and feel good out there and just play his game.
How important was it through this preseason for Schaefer, amongst all the other stuff that he's trying to learn, to get into the rhythm of playing a lot of games, to get into that routine? Because it seems like, you've had him in there to get some time, right?
I want him to learn. Yeah. I want him to go out there and play free and show that, I want to see when, let's say, you make a mistake, how he's going to bounce back. That tells me a lot, and that's the personality he has. So he's been responding. I mean, come on, we all make mistakes. It's a game of mistakes. So, but and this morning we had a good chat about all this, and I want to make sure that he stay confident regardless what. And he's going to be back on the ice, but I think he's that type of person that wants to do well, wants to learn, and wants to be better.